Hey performers, so did you know that if you have a keyboard sitting at home, there's a good chance that that keyboard has something called a sequencer on it. And that sequencer can be used to essentially give you an entire backup band for your live performances on stage. Let's talk about it more. Welcome back to Danny Robertson Music, where we try to help you become the best possible performer that you can be on whatever stage you choose. I'm Danny Robertson. Thanks again for joining me this week. If you haven't seen us before, do me that favor, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and join our email list at DannyRobertsonMusic.com. So today I want to talk about one of the ways that you can use a keyboard to its full value to give you a bigger, better, more exciting show. It's called a sequencer, and I don't know that a lot of us actually make use of it the way that we possibly can. It's basically having a mini digital audio workstation built right into your keyboard. Before starting Danny Robertson Music, I never really used mine on my main keyboard, but over time I've come to notice that things like sequencers can be really, really useful if you're trying to perform on stage. Since starting Danny Robertson Music, I started using the sequencer on this keyboard a lot more, specifically because I wanted to show you what it could look like to perform a live performance without using any extra pieces. I did not want to use my digital audio workstation that's in my computer. I wanted to do it in a way that I could also perform it live. And you may or may not have realized it, but we've done this with quite a few of our videos. Take a look. I've also made plenty of other patterns on my keyboard that you haven't heard before. Most modern keyboards, and specifically ones that are called arranger workstations, do have some kind of sequencing ability. They add special effects, you can quantize it, you can even add your own samples. Today I'm going to pull out the headphones and a microphone, and we're going to show you how I've put together a song on this keyboard through the sequencer. So the song we're going to show you today is 1,000 Miles by Vanessa Carlton. I've got a GoPro camera above me here that's going to kind of let you see what's happening on the keyboard a little bit. I'm using the pattern mode part of my sequencer on my Motif XF7. And basically what I'm doing is putting together the different sections of the song piece by piece and then layering them together in an organized pattern. And that pattern is the sequence of my full song. So let's show you a couple of things of what I've done, okay? So for example, there's a piano sound. There's that. There is a bass guitar sound. There are drum sounds. There is a string sound that we're using here. And all of these are being used in strategic points within the patterns of the song. So all of this I've played, and we've kind of set it up in different sections. So the original piano lick on the song goes something like this. There's that piece. There's also the, right? And then there's the, 'cause I need you, the, 'cause I need you, right? And there's the part of the chorus that's something about, I could fall into the sky. Do you think time? Okay, so you get the idea that there's different parts of this song. And what we've done is each one of these is a section on my keyboard that we are clicking to the next part of the pattern. So each one of them, in a lot of cases, has a drum set, has a bass guitar, sometimes has string sounds. And what I've done in this case is each one of them I've recorded. I've played it live on the keyboard, and I've basically learned to trigger those notes when I want them to be played on the keyboard. So, for example, each one of these I can, we're going to turn that down a little bit. Each one of these is a section, so it'll keep playing this part, but at the same time, I can pick any piece of it. I can take out the drums. I can take out the keyboard, the piano. I can take out the bass. I can switch the notes here to a different section. I can trigger anything I want the way I want it. And you can do this with most keyboard sequencers. You can do something like this. See that? And if I want, I can even play, if I want to take out the piano. Basically what this means is if you have a sequencer on your keyboard, you can use this. If you're a solo player, you can then have a live band on stage with you. Or if you're in a band and don't have all the pieces you need, you might be able to supplement that by including that in a sequenced event. The point is that I can do this entire song from the keyboard with pretty much all of the instruments and achieve almost the same result as having an entire live band. There's a lot you can do with a keyboard sequencer if you learn what your particular keyboard is capable of. So let's give it a try and see how far along I can get.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. 'Cause I need you, and I miss you, and now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass us by? Oh, 'cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just say yeah tonight. It's always times like these when I want to.
That's it for this week. Thank you for watching. I do hope that if you have a keyboard at home and you have access to a sequencer and some of the other functions that are available on your keyboard, take a look at that, dive into it, see if you can help yourself put together a bigger show. In the meantime, I hope you have a great next performance. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we'll talk soon. Take care.